So I hope you enjoyed that playlist. You could see all of now your recommendation settings are going to be quite screwy. You're going to see a lot more robots in your feed. This is just a small sample of the tens of thousands of robots that are out there, and some that you could actually purchase and own. Some are cheap, some are expensive, some are available, and some are just silly. Some, I'm not sure why you would actually want them. But the autonomous nature of many of these robots is designed to have you think about what it means to be human, what it means to interact with other organic species like ourselves. And it is important to think about, because as we are now cloistered and we're now in a virtual setting where we communicate via screens and we communicate to each other in a non-physical manner, and we communicate to each other in digital spaces, these robots might make their leap forward. This might be the moment for robots to be the next thing, to be our assistant in our houses. What I do know is that over the next decade, any clunky nature of these robots have had up until this point will kind of dissipate. We're going to see them much more streamlined. We're going to see them much more integrated into our lives. They're going to seem much more fluid. They're going to seem less janky. And what I do recommend, and this is an optional film, and I did mention this in the live class at one point, I do recommend you watch the film Ex Machina. That is one of my favorite films of all time, and it really does explain what it means when the robots lose their non-humanness. And in that film, it's about the Turing test, and that Turing test is known as The Imitation Game. And The Imitation Game, another film you should watch, by the way. So there's two more for your viewing time. You should watch The Imitation Game and Ex Machina. They're very good to actually pair together because they deal with very similar themes, so to speak, inside the films. But The Imitation Game is the time in which we mistake robots for human. At what point in our future does a robot pass the Turing test? And what that means is, when can we talk to a robot? Maybe it's not seen to us, and we don't know if we're talking to a robot or not. All of these robots I showed you as examples are part of the marketing attempts to normalize that machine into our lives. But in the next decade, you're going to see this can be much more advanced. The commercials will be sleeker and the robots will be different. And it's just something to really think about. So focus on the assignment that you have as a result of this, and you could do a little thing about what it means to be human and what it means to mourn the death of a robot that you loved. And it's something to think about, because I really do want you to explore where your emotions sit when it comes to inanimate objects that are battery powered or electric powered, but we treat them as human. And that is something that the more you explore that thought, the more you learn about yourself. Until next time, stay organic, stay healthy, and stay well.